Hello, Brooks. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderful. I appreciate you joining us today. Let me just double check, see if this is going to work now. All right, your clicker actually works now. That's important. So, Brooks, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll turn the floor over to you.
Well, first, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. That's how we say hello at BNI. We have 10,000 chapters in 76 countries throughout the world. So, in our morning meeting, when we get together, we have people that are getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, and 10 o'clock at night. So we are all over. We've got, again, 10,000 chapters and 286,000 members throughout the U.S., or throughout the world.
Well, I appreciate you being here today, and you're going to talk a little bit about some of the digital transformation and success story at BNI, and I will turn the floor over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. So, what is BNI? We're the world's leading referral organization. We help businesses grow, and we specialize in helping people make connections through their local community by adding new members and by having them really help each other grow. We are very collaborative, and we help, again, those small business professionals develop their own sales force throughout their community. Again, we've got over 288,000 global members, over 10,000 chapters. We're in 76 countries, and over the last year, we've done $19 billion in what we call thank you for closed business or referral business. And it's been through local action and local interactions with our business members. One of our challenges, and I wish I had a piece of paper up here because our founder is really, really proud of the fact that he will come up and say, for the last 36 years, we grew with a single piece of paper. Before COVID, we were still taking applications on paper and sending them in. We had no need to develop. We talked about disruptors earlier in our presentation about what's changed the market. Our CEO, thankfully, was really, really tied into what was going to happen with COVID. And we were meeting in person with small business owners and small business leaders in local communities. And what happened when COVID hit? We couldn't meet. So we, in 2 weeks, pivoted to what we called BNI Online, where we were able to take that in-person one-on-one interaction and move it entirely online. We also took everything else online, applications, member interaction, referrals, and everything else that we do. And it was really, really exciting. At that same time, they brought me on and said, hey, we've over the last 36 years grown very organically, because I bring my friend into a BNI chapter, I say, hey, fill this out and you can be a member too. That's really, really great, except when you're not meeting people in person. We've grown every single year for the last 36 years and have never had a professional sales organization. We have never had a process for managing all of those leads and all of the people that we potentially want to connect with. So our goals were to adapt to the online world, increase our member-to-member conversion, improve the quality of our engagements, and boost productivity and maximize ROI. So the solution was, no shock, Creatio. But I want to point something out. Creatio is not a great tool when you turn it on. Has anyone ever bought a computer before? You open up the computer, you turn it on, and then you go like this. Nobody's home. It doesn't do anything. And I would like to give a huge round of applause to our partners at Mitra. They took a dumb tool, it was dumb because we hadn't told it what to do yet, and they made it into something really exciting for us that is easily usable and turned me into a superhero. Because I can do anything now. Has anyone ever heard of a person called MacGyver? Raise your hands. Oh, yeah. Right? MacGyver carries around what? Pocket knife. Pocket knife, specifically a? Swiss Army knife. Guess what Creatio is? It is the greatest Swiss Army knife in the entire universe. Because I can use it to do anything. We had a real problem when I started because I would love to be able to market. Marketing is a really important part of sales, right? So we go to our C-suite and I say, I would love to have a budget for marketing. And they say, sure, we'll give it a shot. And they bring it to market. And we give leads out to the field. Before Creatio, that was a bit of a problem because all those leads went into a huge black hole. Nobody knew what was going to happen to those leads. Nobody knew what did happen to those leads. So after we spent all this money in marketing, we'd come back and they'd say, so how did it go? And we went, pretty good. And they, could you quantify that a little bit? And I say, no. Next time I asked for money for marketing, what happened? They were disinclined to acquiesce to my request. In other words, they'd say no. Now, we know where those leads go. There's accountability, transparency, and the ability for us to quantify what happens to our marketing dollars. And that's not even my department. I'm in sales. It's been really, really useful. I'll give you a great use case of why I love this tool and why it's the perfect solution for us, which happened this morning. We grow through what we call 3+1, which is launching new chapters, retaining members, and growing our chapters. The +1 is telling stories. Hopefully we're pretty good at that because that's really important for a salesperson. This morning I got a call from our chief of operations for the US, and they said, I've got a problem. We've got a chapter that we need to launch this week. And I said, yeah, you got a problem because it's Friday at 10 a.m. your time. And they said, can you help me? And I said, who do you think I am, MacGyver? And they said, well, yeah, probably. And I said, no problem. I got on my computer and went out right out there while we were in here. And because of the work that we had done, and the tool that we have available, I was able to put a campaign together in about 3 minutes to be able to take the leads that we have, connect them to the salespeople that we have out in the field, and engage with potential customers, and it took me 3 minutes. I jumped on the phone, and because it's so user-friendly, I talked to my head salesperson, and I said, hey, we've got an opportunity. And he said, oh dear. And I said, go click on this link. And he goes, okay. And I said, you see all those leads? He goes, I do now. And I said, you got until 5 p.m. Get to it. And it was easy as that. That's what Creatio does, is it develops such a unique and dynamic tool for us to be able to connect with customers, connect with potential new members, and be a more effective sales force. Because we are a really thin organization. I don't have 25 developers to be able to take a sales tool and make it everything that we want. But we engaged with a great partner who is who? Mitra, right? That turned our dumb tool into something really, really cool and helps me do my job. So we use it in a unified ecosystem to utilize a whole bunch of different things. Website, Zoom, live chat, BNI Connect, online apps, BNI Engage. And manage our workflow to make sure that as we go from lead to prospective visitor to applicant to member, that we can utilize this tool to be able to market specifically to where they are in the member journey, and what we say makes sense. Because if you don't know anything about who we are and what we do, it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to send you an application and ask you to join. We've got to meet our members where they are. The other thing is, this helps us meet members in how they like to communicate. How many people here like to pick up a phone when there's a really complicated problem that they need to solve? A couple people, right? How many people would rather go to the dentist than pick up a phone? Right? There's a couple people there too. We now can meet people where they choose to want to communicate, whether it's on the phone, email, chat, SMS, WhatsApp, and we can do it throughout the world. And I'm not even over time yet. That's very exciting.
You got 10 minutes.
So over the last 16 months, Creatio has helped us facilitate 14,834 customer interactions. That's a whole lot for a company our size with the size of the team that we have doing sales. We improved our contacts per day by 48% from going from using our native tool that's a list of names, which it turns out is not a really easy way to get a hold of information. Using Creatio, improved contacts per day by 48%. That's pretty amazing because that means that we're that much more efficient. We generated 3,571 new members and generated $3.6 million in new revenue with a team of 6. And revenue increased by 45% year over year. We were also able to prove out that the process worked. We outsourced, everyone loves outsourcing, a group to be able to make sure that what we did made sense. Creatio helped us do that because it's really, really easy. It's very intuitive. The users are able to come in and just go to work because it works like you would expect anything else to work. You click on the big red shiny button and something happens. The information pops up and you're able to interact with your prospective new member. Because it worked so well, we were able to bring it in-house. Now we've got a group of people that we've hired full-time internally. We are able to pay them more. We are better able to support them, better able to train them, and we're already surpassing our wildest expectation of productivity because of how easy it was. I can't say enough about how much this helps facilitate what we do at BNI. And how much more it allows us to do. I joke with our team that we're often trying to change the tires on our cars. We're going 80 miles an hour down the freeway. Because when we got the tool, we didn't know what the tool did. We just knew that we needed one because we did, right? So we got it. And we were able to launch with the features that we thought we needed, but we've been able to add along the way and be able to expand the tool to help us really expand into marketing, into operations support, and all the other things that Creatio is able to do. So we've been really excited about that.
Very good. Brooks, I appreciate you being one of our best customers, one of our best evangelists for the product, and for all the support from you and the team at Metro. We thank you very much. Appreciate the time today.
Thank you.